messing up my table with vodka.
Oh my gosh, Tom, thank you. That is incredible.
Looks great, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. It honestly.
Oh, hold it. Nessie down here, Carol. You can't take her anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Tom. Incredible. Look at that vodka hack. Incredible. All right, imagine you're in a relationship. Your partner approaches you with something like this.
I present to you the relationship agreement. A binding covenant that in its 31 pages enumerates, iterates, and codifies the rights and responsibilities of Sheldon Lee Cooper, hereinafter known as the boyfriend, and Amy Farrah Fowler, hereinafter known as the girlfriend.
So romantic.
All right, it may seem like a joke, but believe it or not, more people are creating and signing off on relationship contracts. So, could it be a good thing? Here to discuss it in our Real Talk is the fabulous Kara Kinnear, Lynn Lilly, and New York Times best-selling author and our dear friend, Hal Runkle. Welcome. Okay, so a New York Times writer recently shared details on her own relationship contract. She said it includes how she and her partner will manage their money, spend their weekends, split domestic work, whether or not to have kids. Hopefully that would have been decided a lot, way early on. And of course, expectations around sex. So what are your thoughts on contracts? Kara, I'll start with you.
Well, I think that's kind of what a marriage is, right? We sort of signed a contract.
True.
In front of relatives, but I don't know, the specificity of the contracts is a little worrisome to me because I can barely remember to brush my teeth twice a day.
Right.
So feeling like there'd be a contract that I'd be held to makes me very nervous.
Right.
Because I don't think I'd be worried I couldn't live up to it.
Right. I mean, life is hard enough, and now let's throw in something once again that we have to keep up with, and we have to feel like we are hitting those goals daily. It's kind of making me feel stressed. How about you?
Well, good luck. Good
Tell us how you really feel. By the way, how long have you been married? Make sure everyone knows your status.
25 years.
25 years.
Yes.
Did you have a contract?
We said I do.
There you go.
But here's the deal. We did not say we do. I did not say as long as you do, I do. I said I do, no matter what you do. So the contract I made was with me about who I'm going to be.
Ooh, I like that. That is folks. Yeah,
because if we do this thing where, well, it all has to be this agreement according to this. So guess what? Nobody can change from now on, right? I can't anticipate what I'm going to do and feel around sex or money 10 years from now when we've got 2 kids.
Right.
I can't anticipate that.
Yeah.
So where's the I'm going to uphold the values that I stated of I'm going to be constantly working to be the very best spouse for you.
Aww.
The very best spouse, and that's my job.
Women are going,
but my wife's not even watching.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right. We'll send her the link.
Yeah.
All right, Lynn, what do you think?
We're about to be married 5 years, just had a baby. I think it would just be a disaster, right? Sometimes my husband get in and I like the tit for tat, you did this, I do that.
Sure,
we get bad about that.
Yeah.
But I would say, if we had this contract, I feel like you get this guilt if you can't live up to it.
Agree.
And it's just, you don't feel like you're doing your part. I feel like that would just cause constant conflict. You'd be mad if, it's Brennan's day to take out the trash every Monday and Brennan doesn't do it because he's working late that night. And I'm like, well, you didn't keep up your contract.
Okay.
So that's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on, because some experts say the opposite, the idea of the contract
So you could see both.
Can ensure clear communication and prevent one partner from feeling like his or hers needs aren't being met.
So as a therapist, you're doing premarital counseling, for instance, you want to unearth all of these expectations that they have and they've not actually talked about. Sometimes you're thinking, you guys haven't even talked about anything in the last year, right, before you came to this. And so that's very, very helpful. What are you expecting in terms of sex frequency? What are you expecting in terms of how you share your money accounts, right? Is it all in one? Do you each have your separate? Let's talk about those things, but codifying them, as he said in the clip, to where this is exactly how it's going to be from now on. Well, what happens, is there something in the contract if one person violates one part of it?
Right, yeah, what happens to you if you violate it?
Is it like, we are divorced if...
Or 3 strikes.
I have to get so many doctor's notes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can you write me a note for this, doctor?
Because I didn't do
Send
that.
this to my husband.
And then it's just waiting on the coffee table when he wakes up.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't get to do that. And the doctor so-and-so says it's okay. Yeah, it's so true.
But it's like we want to avoid any future conflicts. That's why we want to set this in stone now. But conflict works.
It's not bad.
It's how you grow, right? You don't know
yourself. It's how you have the conflict, too, I think is the important thing. Because there's always going to be disagreements in any relationship, friends, husband, wife.
Because if not, and this was talked about in the article that we linked, if you're constantly compromising who you think you are and what you like in order to have love, in order to keep the peace, then you are violating your contract with yourself. Right. It says, I'm going to be fully me, and I'm going to champion you to be fully you. And that means we're different.
Yes.
Right? And we're going to constantly renegotiate those differences as life happens and as we do life.
Okay, hold on, though. You just brought up a point. You said we're going to constantly renegotiate. So why not have a contract and every year revise it?
Seems like a lot of work.
That does seem like a lot of work. I mean, I feel like you kind of naturally renegotiate. So, like, we had a baby.
Our naturally,
our lives have changed dramatically since Lily has come, right?
In ways you could not even
imagine, right? But like our duties around the home have changed. So we almost kind of renegotiated, like, who does what? You get up in the morning, who does this? Who takes out the trash? Who cooks dinner? Who puts her to bed? So in a way, like, we figured that out in the first few weeks of having her, how we were renegotiating, how we were managing the house and getting things done as a family. But if we had it in paper, like, I'm about to have the baby, like, wait, sign that contract. I need to
sign here.
Well, it's kind of pompous.
Here's amendment A, B, and C.
To, like, put that on your partner, too. Like, oh, you have to do X amount. Or, like, because you can't foresee the future.
Do you see any aspect of a relationship, and I agree with that, it does seem a little bit like, okay, this is what we're doing, and you know, sign right here, and if you don't do it, X, Y consequences. Should anything be set in stone? I mean, I sort of know what our non-negotiables are. I mean, Jim is a crazy person with money and credit, and I can't open up store credit cards. He thinks that's silly.
How's he going to find out?
You can. You can.
He did once, because I did. That's a whole other thing.
Just joking. That's another round table.
Another thing.
That's another round table, because I
cannot tell
did.
my wife that she can't do something. I'm not in control of her, right? I can say, if you do this, I will, here's what I would do in response, probably. But I will absolutely. The things that have to be set in stone are your own non-negotiables. What you absolutely will not put up with. If I make a fist in any way, I know my wife is gone.
Oh, right.
Done.
Yeah. Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Instead of, if you haven't thought about those bottom lines, what I will not accept, then you'll find yourself compromising. Well, he only hit me once, and instead of showing the bruise to a doctor, you'll put on big sunglasses to hide it.
Right.
And I see that happen a lot over the years. So you got to have your own non-negotiables.
Yeah. What is the difference between a marriage contract and a prenup?
Ooh. That's mainly all financial.
Is it?
Yes.
For the most part.
It is.
I had to sign a prenup because Jim had a business partner. So, and if she got married, she would have had him sign. And I mean, I don't even know where it is. I've never looked at it again. It is stressful, I will say.
They are complicated.
Because it's like, this is what's going to happen, this is all you'll get, or this is what you'll get.
You have to think about divorce and all those things.
Yes, it was actually very, very stressful. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just, you know. But so it was primarily securing and protecting his prior assets, and especially if you have businesses with partners.
You talk about kind of re-upping every year. What I would absolutely recommend is that you get a relationship with a counselor of some sort that you really, really trust, both of you, and go in for checkups before things go bad. I don't know why we all have physicals, but we don't do relationals. What are we going to call them?
Relationals, I love that.
These check-ins.
Relationals.
Right? It's like, and I got clients that come back, hey, we just want to check in. And I'm constantly, I see a therapist every week because I don't want to be bringing stuff to her and asking her to figure that stuff out for me. I want to constantly thinking about it. And so we do special stuff. Just cut it off before it becomes a big problem. So that could be a kind of renegotiating.
Yes,
right? Let's just talk about, hey, things are changing. We're about to be empty nest this year, 25 years, and both kids gone. So I'm expecting, sex from the chandeliers hanging every night because we got no kids.
That might not be what she's expecting.
I mean, of course
she's like, vacations and diamonds, and you're like...
She doesn't have to be there.
Wow, this took a different turn. Here.
She's not watching.
All right,
get the beer away.
Yeah, exactly.
Lastly, we only have about a minute and a half. Do you think it's wishful thinking to expect a relationship simply to work because you love each other? Now that I've been married 11 years, going through the last few months with his mother passing and the emotional stress and moving this year. 100%, you can't just go, we love each other.
No. That's what gets you through the thick and the thin and the hard times and the family drama and the losses. And that, I think, is your foundation, right? That builds onto the rest.
And it's my integrity. I said I do, right?
Yeah.
Right? This is what I agreed to do. And it was interesting. We had a friend from high school come back and be with us, and she asked me, so what's it like being married to the same person for 25 years? And I said, I wouldn't know. Because we're not the same people. You know, if we were the same people, we probably wouldn't be married.
Learning so much today. I know, right?
It's the beer.
So true.
Whatever this beer is.
It's like, how come we feel new realm?
We can sit here every week with you.
And it's not even ice cold anymore, and it's still good.
It's still
or maybe
delicious.
it's because of
wonder though
conversation.
that that's such a good point, because you know we make these commitments to our partners, and how come sometimes it's our partners, the people that we're closest with, that we have the hardest time talking to about things, about certain issues, when they're the people that know us the best and they're our closest friends and confidants. And Haley said we have to wrap, so I don't know why I brought up that huge question at the end.
Yes.
But
Next time on Real Talk.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's like, why does that happen?
Right. Well, it's like,
How?
Again, right.
Yeah. Do you got an answer for us on that? Because I agree with you on that.
You take things that, like, the people, like, I know if we're ever fighting, Jim's like, I never hear you talk to Kara like that.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Don't bring me into it.
Kara's like, I don't want to be.
Let's just say I love you very much, both of you.
We're going to have this conversation continue on our Facebook page. Join in. Let us know what you think. And because we'd really love to hear what you think about these relationship contracts. But up next, we're lightening it up, I think. Trent, aren't we? We're trending with Trent.
He's giving
Cheers.
a toast.
Cheers.
He's giving a toast.
Cheers.
Oh, he is.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.